welcome to this week's Hot Button. Now last week we chatted about cats versus dogs and your preference, and we wanted to follow up with some of the comments that were given to us on social media. So on Facebook, Joanna says, definitely dogs. They have less attitude than cats. And Sniffy says, cats. Mine greet me like a dog, but cuddles are better and they don't smell. So thank you very much for your feedback. This week we thought we would chat tanning. Tanning beds, tanning in the sun, and we proposed the question to you to get your thoughts and sentiments on tanning. And a couple of the responses we got are from Steven. Overall, he says it's not good. People try and justify it by saying there's a difference in the UVA versus UVB rays, but the hard science shows that both contribute to skin cancer. Dan says, I've never liked them because you can usually tell the tan is fake. I think a natural suntan makes a person look better and healthier. And Marshall says, what's wrong with staying white? Now, tanning outside, inside, I've never really been into tanning beds, but I will stay out in the sun. Now, I'm pretty lucky. This is called my winter white. And I do have a little bit of an olive complexion, and I do tan very, very fast. So I've only ever gone outside, but how about you?
You know what, I've tanned in beds and I've actually tanned outside as well. And
because you're quite dark too.
I am. I do have an olive complexion as well, but you're obviously a bit darker. But yeah, no, tanning beds are a quicker result for me personally.
Now, do you do it like before the summer or before a vacation, that sort of thing, or is it like all the time?
No, personally, I'm not a huge advocate of tanning beds, but I do it before summer and vacation, and you know, it's beauty thing. So
of course it is, and a lot of people will go outside but they wouldn't go into bed, or they would go into bed rather than go outside because they say they can get it in a much more concentrated time. You're only in there for 8 to 12 minutes and you're not laying out there for a couple hours, and it's better.
Well, in fact, Tiffany, indoor tanning beds emit 10 to 15 times more UVA rays than midday sun, which would be your high sun.
And UVA is that the one that makes the skin turn
darker.
Brown. Okay.
Yeah. And then also, a interesting fact is if you use tanning equipment before the age of 35, your risk of developing skin cancer is increased by 75%, which is quite a bit.
Wow, versus just being outside and enjoying the rays. Yeah. Now I know with everyone, why do we do this? You know, like you said, beauty.
Beauty.
And some people think it makes them look thinner?
I've heard that. I've heard that several times, and you know, I've actually fallen for it a couple times. So
it's totally, like, we're talking here, you know, health risks, but people are doing it for beauty benefits. And I mean, with prom coming up, all these teens are going to want to look healthy and thin.
Yeah, and you know, teens in British Columbia today, ever since this law that was passed in October of 2012, are just out of luck because minors are not permitted under the age of 18 without a doctor's prescription to use a tanning bed in British Columbia. However, in comparison, in 2011, Victoria passed a bylaw that bans teens under 18 from using tanning beds. And if you're caught in Victoria allowing an under 18-year-old to use a tanning bed, it's a $2,000 fine. Whereas here in BC, or for BC, it's a $345 fine.
Yes, it's sort of the no faking bacon for the teens. It's sort of that spray tan type of thing. Yeah. And I mean, stopping this now, stopping people that are young, not under 35, but just teenage years, I wonder how it will affect us, our generation down the road.
Yeah, who knows what the difference will be, really. So what do you think about tanning? Tanning beds or tanning just in general? Why don't you let us know on our Facebook and our Twitter, and we'll share your comments on the next Hot Button.